My name is Moon Petrie, and I am a pantser trying to outline. I'm also trying to do a vlog style sort of video for the first time. So I'm just going to be sort of checking in, and I am really worried about outlining. I'm trying it because I'm doing Camp NaNoWriMo for the first time. I've never done any NaNoWriMo. And I don't know that it will necessarily make it easier to push ahead when I am less motivated or less sure of what I'm doing. But I think there's a chance that it could really help. So I'm going to try it, and I will just pitch the outline if I end up running with something that was not what I had planned, which is totally possible. But in the moment, I have about 2 pages in a Google Doc of brainstorming. I have a strong sense of the place in our world where the characters are. If you hear strange noises, that is Norbert, my younger cat. He has been watching a fly on the ceiling all day and making strange, excitable noises. The place where my characters live and have spent their whole lives is pretty clear in my mind, but the place they will end up is totally vague to me at this point, which is a little scary. And I have a bunch of loose brainstorm about characters and some of their connections with each other. And I have a few plot point ideas. So I need to get to work on making some clearer sort of arrow signs for myself to follow, and I'm going to be attempting Kat's method from the channel Katietastic, the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter method. I am, at this point, trying to just ask myself questions. What is the POV? What is the tense? And what are the motivating factors for the various characters? So I have a lot of questions, and I don't have a lot of answers. I'm starting to fill some of them in, but it's still very much brainstorming, which I have totally done before, and not at all outlining. And I'm going to try to move toward outlining. Although, when I was signing up on the official Camp NaNoWriMo website and they asked for an excerpt and I didn't know what to do, I just came up with a line, a single line. And then I thought, that could be a good first line. And it kind of sounds like it might be in first person. And I could just start writing right now. I said to myself, I said I was going to outline. I'm going to outline. So the thing that has me most concerned is plot twists. And I'm not good at keeping secrets, and I feel like plot twists are secrets. You have to set up your reader and your characters, set them on the wrong path so they don't know what's coming, and that just feels a little mean to me. So I'm gonna have to work on that, and I am gonna get started on that and see if I can block anything out, and I will check in again in maybe an hour and let you know how that went. Okay, working on actual handheld vlogging here. So I just spent about an hour, and now that I say that, suddenly my handful of sentences seem very paltry. I did write something down for the first 20 out of 27 of the chapters in this method. I don't know that I'm happy with too much of it. And a lot of it is extremely vague, like, she gets in trouble. I'm gonna keep working on it. Tonight, maybe? Maybe. Time changed yesterday, and my two littlest ones were up until about 11:15. It was ridiculous. If that doesn't happen again, please, please don't let that happen again. Maybe I'll get some more done tonight. Otherwise, I will work on it tomorrow, and I will let you say hello. That's not the crazy one that chases flies. That's the older cat. So I will keep working on it, and I will keep you posted. If I look exhausted, my youngest has been really sick. After falling asleep on the couch for 40 minutes, there's apparently zero chance of actual napping, which is usually an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm not going to get that window of time I was hoping to get today. I did get some more done yesterday. My oldest child gave me a little bit of help, being a little more devious than I am with the second plot twist, which I think is good. I'm not as certain about the first plot twist, but I have some more work to do on a sort of setup, a sort of aspect that I need to be able to bring in at the beginning that will help with the resolution at the end. So I need to brainstorm. I think one of the most useful things I have done in some other sort of background work on other pieces is asking what if. You can just say, what if this happened? What if that happened? And sort of feel it out without making any real decision, and get a bunch of ideas, and then try to narrow it down to something that'll really work. And I think after that, my next step is going to be character work. Deeper level stuff or subplot stuff is just not getting addressed or planned at all. And I think I need to work on characters before I can get much further into detail. I am going to try to add a little more detail at some point to this outline, but we'll see. I'm going to be forgiving with myself if it's pretty vague. It's a lot more of an outline already than I have worked with before. So hopefully after missing a nap, we will have a really early bedtime, and I'll be able to get some of that done tonight. Look at my cool backdrop. I never have a cool backdrop. No, I am actually just hiding in my basement so I won't wake my children, who are finally blessedly asleep. But it is cool. So I had a cup of coffee after dinner, and I kept working on stuff. I don't usually drink coffee late at night. I can't keep working. Coffee doesn't really fix tired. It will just keep me awake. So I have been working on a few different aspects. I found a video on outlining by AuthorTuber Kylie Keeling that was super helpful. Some of it was things that had just not occurred to me, and some of it was things that I felt a little called out by because I secretly knew I was not putting enough energy into certain things. Anyway, it was a super helpful video, and I will link to it down below. Language warning, in case you're really easily offended by a couple of swear words. But she is a really fun AuthorTuber that you should check out. She has a whole bunch of videos. And so that gave me some ideas. And I also went on the NaNoWriMo website looking for some outlining suggestions, and came across something I had seen a couple of years ago that was part of J.K. Rowling's enormous handwritten spreadsheet type outline that was just part of like sort of the middle of the Order of the Phoenix. And it is incredible and incredibly intimidating. And I didn't even know how to begin with tackling something like that, but I began anyway. I opened Excel for the first time in years. So I just started filling pieces in. Now I have a lot of stuff in the column for friends because I knew this was going to be a very sort of friendship group driven story. And I have a lot of stuff in the first half to sort of 2/3 and completely trail off after that. I am trying to remember that Lainey from the channel Ginger Reads Lainey talks about having, I guess, just a bare bones outline for the whole book and then really getting in depth with outlining the first act, then writing the first act before doing an in-depth outline for the second act. So I'm going to keep that in mind and really focus on outlining the first act, or maybe up to the first half where I feel pretty comfortable. I hope. Anyway, so I've also done some other just brainstorming, working on the sort of setup at the beginning that I need to be pretty clear on so that I can fall back on it, can use that at the end. And I've made a lot of progress. This is so much more outlining than I have ever done before. If you want to see somebody else who is doing the Katie-tastic 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter outlining style, you can check out Kevin at the channel Kevlandia, who has been working on outlining with this process in some of his recent videos. If you want to see somebody doing the exact opposite, a plotter who is trying to fly by the seat of her pants a little more this time, check out Phoebe Wood Writes. And I will leave links to those below, as well as to Kylie Keeling. And these 3 folks do not have thousands and thousands of subscribers. They have modest-sized channels, and what that means is they will respond to your comments, and they will really, really appreciate your likes and your subscriptions. So go give these folks some love. Kylie Keeling, Kevlandia, and Phoebe Wood Writes. I'll put the links down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this outlining journey. I don't think the journey is done, but I have come so much farther than I knew I would be able to, and so much farther than I've ever gone before. So until next time, my name is Moon Petrie, and good luck with your Camp Nano prep.